For having us here today. I do like the helicopter. I feel like we're at Madonna's wedding. For me, coming to work every day is an honor. It's an honor to work alongside the best and most experienced flight crews and ground personnel in the worldwide aviation industry. This is an absolute truth. There's no other airline on the planet with a workforce that operates at the level of professionalism, and it's a privilege to work with you and stand beside you here today. We may have lost confidence in our management, but we will never lose confidence in each other. When I started in 1988, American Airlines was growing and competing. Our brand was worthy of the name emblazoned on the fuselage. We all know it wasn't a genius in the corner that allowed for the company's success. It was the employees. Even back then, American was building this company on the backs of its workers. B-scale was only the beginning of what would become over 2 decades of complete distrust of management. I was a 21-year-old kid when I started flying. I grew up on American planes. As I matured personally, getting married, raising a family, owning a home, so did the job. Responsibilities and challenges of flight attendant space today have never been greater. But with the evolution of our profession coincided with the devolution of this company. We've all seen it. Horton can make up whatever numbers he wants about labor costs, but the fact of the matter is, incompetent management has been hamstringing this company for decades. The missed opportunities and outright disastrous business decisions are too numerous to count. And now they want us to pay the price for them. Forget that. We've been apologizing for management's ineptitude for too long. Now is a time for change. It's time to get rid of the dead weight. I'm not talking about 14,000 employees. I'm talking about 20 or so employees. I'm talking about the only people on the planet that are delusional enough to think that this airline can be successful on its own. The people that think it's good business to fire 14,000 employees and then ship half of their jobs overseas, and then financially cripple everybody else that's left. The people who promote each other to redundant upper management positions and then award each other with millions in bonuses, even while they'll drive our company right into the ground. I'm talking about Tom Horton and his crew at the top of this company. It's time for them to take a walk. And US Airways has 2 advantages over American. First, they understand the problems at American are systemic. They know as well as we do that Americans' struggles have been brought on by bad business plan that fails to generate revenue, not the cost of paying its workers. And second, US Airways has a plan to grow our company so that we can compete with United and Delta. American has no plan. This is about more than us. It's about more than my salary and benefits. This is about bringing in a management team that can return this once proud company to a position of dominance in this industry. It's about working for an airline that will lead the pack and set the standards for our competitors to follow. It's about, once again, working for a company that deserves to be called American Airlines. On a recent flight, we sat with an executive platinum passenger, one of the few we haven't yet lost to our network competitors. When he found out I was a flight attendant and union rep, he began to press me about this proposed merger. He said he understood why we as labor were all on board, but he wanted to know what was in it for him. So I told him all about the complementary networks, the growth potential, and the increased competition then driving down costs. What it really boils down to is something very simple. American Airlines, under its current management team and with their current business plan, cannot survive in this marketplace. The bean counters that have been running the airline for the past 10 years sat on their hands while the rest of the industry consolidated and streamlined. They squandered billions of dollars that we have been giving them since 2003. They have failed in every sense of the word and in every possible juncture. Frankly, without this merger, there's a very real possibility that American Airlines ceases to exist. And that's when reality started to sink in with this particular passenger. No more miles. No more status. No preferred check-in and early boarding. No more American Airlines. Well, that's not something I want to see. That's why we're here today. We can do better. And we must do better. That's why I'm here, marching alongside Captain David Bates and all of you to deliver APFA's petition confirming our membership's overwhelming vote of no confidence in Horton and his team. It's time for a change. It's time to make this airline great again. Thank you very much.
Snapped around our minds and endless red tape to keep the truth confined. Take its toll. If you could flick a switch and open your third eye, you'd see that we should never be afraid to die. Rise up and take the power back. It's time a fat cat's had a heart attack. You know that their time is coming to an end. We have to unify and watch our flag ascend.
Home sweet home!